Welcome back to another Explainer. So, picture this. You're floating in space, looking down at Earth. What do you see? Just this vast, endless stretch of blue. But here's the crazy part. The biggest piece of that blue isn't the country, and it sure isn't the continent. It's the Pacific Ocean. Today, we're diving deep into a massive, living entity that literally humbles all of human technology.
I mean, think about it. What if the largest space on our entire planet isn't land at all, but a dark, mysterious world where planes just completely vanish without a trace? A place where these bizarre, alien-like creatures thrive in the absolute extremes. Yeah, we're actually going to skip our usual agenda today, because I want to pull you right into the mystery of the unknown.
Section 1. The Vast and Dangerous Ocean. Before we can really uncover its dark secrets, we've got to wrap our heads around the truly unimaginable scale of this water.
Okay, let's dive right in. 165 million square kilometers. That number is it's almost too big to comprehend, right? To put that into perspective, imagine picking up every single continent on Earth. We're talking Asia, Africa, Europe, the Americas, Australia, Antarctica. If you took all that land and dropped it into the Pacific Ocean, they would all fit inside, literally all of them, and you'd still have room left over. So the big takeaway here is that this single ocean covers roughly 30% of our planet's entire surface. But, the Pacific isn't just some passive, quiet puddle of water. Not at all. It's a living, breathing, and violently active entity. It essentially functions as the absolute center of global geological upheaval. You've got these massive tectonic plates that are constantly colliding, shifting, and sliding right beneath one another. And all that tectonic violence? That forms what we call the infamous Ring of Fire. Get this, a staggering 90% of global earthquakes and 75% of the world's active volcanoes sit right on this boundary surrounding the Pacific. It's wild. And it's exactly this shifting, violent geological activity that triggers those devastating historical tsunamis, the ones that have literally swallowed entire coastal regions in a matter of minutes.
Section 2. Bizarre Secrets of the Deep. So now that we've seen how violent the surface can be, I want to take us downward, leaving those crashing waves behind and descending into the crushing darkness.
The scale down here is just totally mind-bending. The Mariana Trench plunges roughly 11,000 meters down. To really picture that, imagine dropping Mount Everest, the tallest mountain on our entire planet, straight down into the trench. Its absolute peak would still be completely submerged under more than 2 kilometers of water. And down there, the pressure is so incredibly immense, it would instantly crush a human, no question about it.
But here's the craziest part. Incredibly, life actually thrives down there. It's honestly like looking at an alien planet. You've got creatures like the anglerfish, which literally uses a glowing head lantern to lure in its prey in the pitch black. Then there's the bear-eye fish. This thing has an entirely transparent head which lets it look directly up right through its own skull. I mean, wow. And let's not forget the ancient vampire squid, this dark, deep red entity that honestly looks like it was woven straight out of the darkness itself.
Now, because sunlight simply cannot penetrate those kind of depths, over 90% of these deep-sea creatures are bioluminescent, which means they actually create their own light. If you could somehow stand at the bottom of the ocean, the absolute darkness would be lit up like a breathtaking galaxy of blue, green, and red stars. It's just a beautiful image.
But, well, it's not just glowing fish hiding in the dark down there. Back in 1997, NOAA scientists recorded something that seemed impossible. They called it the bloop. It was this massive, ultra-low frequency sound, and it was so powerful that it was picked up by sensors 5,000 kilometers away. If that sound had been made by a living creature, its size would entirely dwarf a blue whale. Now, later research strongly suspects it was actually a massive Antarctic ice shelf cracking. But since there's no 100% confirmation, it really just remains this eerie, open case.
And that kind of biological wonder leads us right into another massive enigma. They call it the White Shark Cafe. Every single year, thousands of great white sharks navigate to this completely barren zone right in the middle of the Pacific. Why? Well, an expedition back in 2018 tried to figure that out, and they hypothesized that the sharks might be undertaking these extremely deep daytime dives to hunt small bioluminescent creatures. But honestly, the sheer navigational miracle of these sharks perfectly finding this exact featureless spot thousands of miles away year after year without a GPS or a map, that remains a profound, unexplained mystery.
Section 3. The Dragon's Triangle and the MV Gioia Gida. Okay, we're going to shift the narrative tone a bit here, from biological awe to chilling human tragedy. Let's look at what actually happens when we humans try to cross this unforgiving ocean.
So just south of Japan lies the Dragon's Triangle, which is often called the Devil's Sea. It's essentially the Pacific's equivalent of the Bermuda Triangle. In this area, compasses just completely fail because of severe magnetic anomalies. You've got violent underwater volcanic activity triggering sudden, unpredictable wave and weather shifts. It actually became so incredibly hazardous that in the 1950s, the Japanese government sent the Kaiomaru No. 5 research vessel out to investigate it. And that ship, along with all 31 people on board, vanished, without a single trace.
And the mysteries, they definitely don't stop there. Take the case of the MV Joyita. In 1955, this ship was found just floating aimlessly in the Pacific, 5 whole weeks after setting sail on a totally routine journey. The truly creepy part, all 25 passengers were gone. When investigators boarded, they found a damaged hull, scattered medical supplies, and even bloodstains, but not a single body. Not alive, not dead. 70 years later, the whole shebang is still officially unsolved.
Section 4. The Pacific's Missing Airplanes. Now, perhaps the ultimate proof of the ocean's dominance isn't just what it does to ships. It's its terrifying ability to completely erase modern aviation right out of the sky.
This timeline really puts things into a stark perspective for us. 1937, Amelia Earhart vanishes. 1955, the Joyita crew disappears. 2014, flight MH370 goes off radar. It doesn't seem to matter if it's the early, pioneering days of flight or our modern era of advanced satellites. The Pacific still swallows humanity whole without leaving a trace.
We are on the line 157337. We are running north and south. Those exact words. They were the haunting final radio transmissions from Amelia Earhart to the Coast Guard ship Itasca right before she vanished into total silence. Her disappearance triggered the absolute largest search operation of its time, but it yielded zero definitive proof, and the theories are literally all over the map. Did her plane just run out of fuel and sink? Did she crash on Nikumaroro Island? I mean, there were some unconfirmed bone forensics from 2018 hinting that a European woman may have perished there. Or is it that entirely unproven yet super persistent theory that she was captured by Japanese forces? Ultimately, the ocean has kept this secret locked away for nearly 90 years.
But you might be thinking, surely, in the era of modern technology, a massive commercial airliner couldn't just disappear, right? Well, consider the MH370 anomaly from March 8, 2014. The plane's transponder was intentionally turned off, it diverted from its Kuala Lumpur to Beijing route, and just flew for hours into the remote southern Pacific. And despite literally billions of dollars spent on searches by Australia, Malaysia, and China, and even renewed searches in 2024 by Ocean Infinity, the main body and all 239 passengers have never been found. It is absolutely baffling. Modern technology was, once again, entirely defeated by the ocean.
Section 5. Will we ever know? After taking all of this in, it really forces a profound reflection on our own fragility against the sheer invincible might of the Pacific. Actually, the most humbling fact we've covered today is probably this. Despite all our mapping, all our sonar, and all of our cutting-edge technology, a staggering 80% of the global ocean is still pitch black and entirely unexplored. We have literally only seen 20% of it.
Which really leads us to this final lingering question. What else is hiding in that 80% we haven't seen? It completely changes how you view our blue planet, doesn't it? Well, thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. I really hope you're leaving with a massive sense of awe for the dark secrets of the Pacific. Keep questioning the world around you, and I can't wait to dive into the next explainer with you.